Yeah, hi peeps, it's Tersse back in the old squat box once again. I'm going to be quite ramble here and talk about different topics, you know. So, right, first topic, global warming. You get people, politicians in countries like Britain and America saying, well, or people saying, not even politicians, but people saying, well, why should we, tell our, coal furnace generated electric power stations that they've got to, spend money and filter out the noxious gases and poisons that we put in the atmosphere. I mean, India's not doing it. China's not doing it. Why should we be the first people to do it? And it's like, that's the same fucking thing when your kid is there on the table and they say, I don't like the potato you gave me, and they throw it on the floor. And you say, what the hell are you doing? You can't do that. They say, well, Angela, my friend at school, does that. What, you're going to turn around and say, well, yeah, that's a perfect good reason, You know what I mean? If we can't get, if Angela's not going to, be nice and not throw her food on the floor because she doesn't like it, then it's fine for my kid to do it. You know what I mean? So that's why, well, India and China aren't going to stop burning coal and putting it in the atmosphere, so we shouldn't do it either. Well, that leads us down a whole road of, all kinds of, down the rabbit hole fucking themes here, you know what I mean? But because the neighbour next door doesn't do a thing, that means you don't. Your neighbour next door doesn't tidy their lawn and doesn't put their bins out. They'll leave the bins to overflow, and then when they overflow, they sneak next door and fill their neighbour's bin up. You're going to start doing that? Well, I'm not going to put my bins out to get emptied. I can't be bothered. I'll just wait, and the next day or the day after, I'll go and put my rubbish in my neighbour's bin down the road. Is that your attitude? Well, if they don't do it next door, I'm not going to do it. This is fucked hardy, isn't it? Yeah, stupid. Then, we come to the gay issue and all that, well, they kill gays in Africa. You know what I mean? Why shouldn't we kill gays? It says in the Bible they're bad. You know what I mean? Oh, it also says in the Bible that people who work on Sundays should be killed. You know what I mean? And I'm sure somewhere in the world there's probably some tiny little village somewhere that says we shouldn't work on our holiday, and if you do, we'll kill you. So because they do it, we should do it. because it says in the Bible we should do it. The Bible also says you shouldn't eat fucking seafood. It's an abomination. Gay is an abomination. Your child swearing at you is an abomination. We should kill your child. You know what I mean? We should kill anybody who picks sticks up on the Sunday. We should kill anybody who eats seafood, and we should kill anybody who wears a mixed cloth like wool and cotton mixed together. It doesn't make any fucking sense. None of these things make sense, you know what I mean? So, let's face it, it's all bullshit. That's all crap. Doing what your neighbour does, or not doing what you would like to do, or what you feel you've got to do because your neighbour doesn't do it, that's not good either. So, we can really start to look at things in the world that have any, some sort of rational fucking understanding to them, you know what I mean? Rather than just, well, my neighbour's a complete fucktard and takes drugs and, rapes people and, kidnaps people and sells them into slavery. So, although I never want you to do it, because my neighbour's doing it, I should do it. Or because my neighbour's not doing something, I shouldn't do it. And, it's like, it's crazy. It's, down the magic fucking rabbit burrow, isn't it? And then guns in America, fantastic, You have these gigantic gun shows where you can just go in and buy a gun, show your driver's license, maybe a fake driver, who the fuck knows? Does he know about any care? Does he care? No, because you're giving him money, and then you walk away with them, But I heard that there's gun shows in America where, there's no, semi-automatics with, 30 or 100 bullet clips. It's people selling old muskets, you know what I mean? It's old collectible weapons which are rare, and people go and buy them, collectors buy them, fantastic, great. The Second Amendment was written during the time when muskets existed, so here's my fucking solution to America's gun problem. The government does go around and takes everybody's guns off them, all private citizens take all their guns off them, right? Give them the money, pay them the money for the guns so that they're not out of pocket. And then the government makes 310 million muskets and gives every citizen in the United States a completely free musket. to have as their own, to have and to hold, and be waiting for the next fucking, attack of the English, the redcoats, you know what I mean? You've got your musket, the government supplied you with a musket, you got it free, you know what I mean? We took all your nasty, horrible, crappy guns off you, and we gave you a beautiful musket which was intended for you to have by the Declaration of Independence. The Second Amendment says you can have a gun. This is the guns they were talking about. You can have one absolutely free, supplied by the government. We'll even give you 1,000 lead balls and a fucking couple of barrels of gunpowder and some wads of crappy fucking cotton, you know what I mean? And the flint to fulfil your purpose of using your musket. Everybody in America gets that. Everybody. Your 18-year-old daughter, she gets a musket. Your 8-month-old daughter, she gets a musket ready for when she's old enough to use it, you know what I mean? Start training her as soon as you like. Everybody in America gets a musket. There's my solution to the fucking gun laws in America. Second Amendment, written by people who wrote it when there was muskets. They said that every single person in America should have a gun, and they meant a musket. So the government in America should produce 310 million muskets and give every single fucking American citizen a free musket. But take all the fucktarded fucking weapons off them. All the fucking jimpies and multiple fucking firing weapons and semi-automatics, Kalashnikovs, fucking rocket launchers, bazookas, flamethrowers. Take all that shit off them and give them an absolutely free musket. And then pay them for the shit you took off them, so they're not out of pocket. They can't complain then. The American government is doing what it says in the Constitution. The Second Amendment. It was written when muskets were the de rigueur fucking gun. So give every single person in America a fucking musket. Free. Supplied by the government. I think that would solve the problem. Don't you think that would solve the problem? Wouldn't that give them all the right to have and hold their own musket? And even allow them to swing it on their back and walk into town with it. Perfectly fine for them to have that. You wouldn't have any fucking 50 people being shot dead in a supermarket, would you? Or 26 fucking children and teachers being shot in a school. Not with a fucking musket. But everybody would be happy to have a fucking gun. The gun that the Second Amendment says you should have. It was written at the time when muskets were de rigueur. You know what I mean? So yeah. Government supplied muskets for every American. I think it'd make it a much safer place in America. I'd be happy to visit America if it was all that. Yeah, I'd certainly be happy. I could probably dodge one musket bullet, you know what I mean? And the time he's reloaded, I'd be fucking off-ski. Probably back in a plane and back to Scotland before the cunt could reload it, you know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts on the fucking matter, you know what I mean? Anyway, so on you fucking bad motherfuckers. Thought he was going to be a wee bit rambling, you know.